We start off with two vans and one limousine, very, very old ones. And the first contract we had, we did the luggage, lost luggage at the airport for Air Canada and Air Ontario. And I did that, and I was doing that. I was also running a shuttle from the airport to the hotels downtown. There wasn't very many of us at first.
No. And we had to work hard. Everyone worked from early morning till late at night. We just worked away. But we enjoyed our work, didn't we? Really.
I can't think of one thing that we never turned anything down, let's put it that way.
And then could we do it? Oh, that would be the next thing. We had the business phone, one business phone at home. Norm would go early in the morning, and then he'd go home early in the afternoon, not afternoon, but earlier than me. And then I'd stay at work till he got home, so it was a phone.
Since 1979, helping hands, friendly faces, always with a smile. Norm and Darlene Ferguson built their brand on a promise: never say no. Their promise quickly made Voyageur the go-to company for anything transportation.
We needed some help, and so we brought Dwayne in first, and we got
Perry
20 school runs, I think, next year or something, or a year out. And then we brought Perry in. I flew home quite a few times to help the boys out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we were here 2 years before we moved to Port Elgin. And one of the reasons we did that is because I was coming to work every day. It wasn't giving them a fair chance to be on their own.
With those strong Ferguson family values already deeply embraced, it didn't take long for Perry and Dwayne to become immersed in the Voyageur culture and begin creating a vision of their own.
One of the things that that Dad and Mom started that we quickly gained on was when a customer called, whatever they needed, the answer was always yes, no problem.
I think that when Dwayne and I started out, it was here's the keys and jump in, and you're driving a limousine or you're driving a bus, and it was pretty important that we knew right away that we needed to be on time, that this vehicle needed to be safe, and that I guess ultimately that the customer was 110% happy. If our customer wasn't 100% happy, that affected us. It affected us emotionally. Quite often, you're in business to be profitable, but that meant nothing if there was something that we missed with a customer. And so we made sure that we didn't miss anything.
With a vision for growth firmly in place, Perry and Dwayne were looking for someone to bring their dream to life. They were looking for a leader, someone with a smiling attitude and a passion for caring, someone that personifies all the values that are at the cornerstone of their company.
As Norm and Darlene were slowly backing out in the early 90s, and Teresa was introduced to the company, it was really kind of the three of us that had that same sort of focus, Dwayne was very much on operations, Teresa, from a strategy, a financial aspect, and I was business development out in the community. So we kept changing, when we needed to, and it was really making sure you had the right people for that. I think that you have to have a strong team always, and that's where it starts at the top. The people have to understand that it's part of your job. Yes, we're here to be a profitable company, but it's just one of the thrusts, one of the values. Like, we're also focused on our community, on our people, and on our customers, and so they all have to come into play.
We attract people who are proud of what they do, and then we enable them to do things that they'll be good at.
The level of transparency we have, right, with each other, with our employees, with our customers.
It's important that we make money, but never make money on the backs of your employees, and don't make money at your customers' expense.
I think it's great that we have 1,600 people working with us right now, and they care.
My name is Shelley, and I care.
They all provide the same and have the same values. From when we started, we had 2 employees.
My name is Sam, and I care.
It was, it's the same thing, and it's good to see that the culture is such that we can foster that sense of pride.
My name is Jessica and I care.
You know, that they, you know, a lot of the recognition programs that we have, I mean, they feel good about it, we feel good about them feeling good.
Voyageur's core values touch every aspect of the company. When dealing with employees, customers, or community partners, respect, pride, and care are the building blocks to all Voyageur relationships.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, I think in many ways, I think we at the hospital and the foundation consider Voyageur to be part of the family. I mean, it's been such a long-standing relationship in terms of the care that Voyageur is providing, but also in terms of the community culture and support that Perry and the family also provides to the foundation. So we really value the tremendous relationship that we enjoy with Voyager. Voyager and the hospital can trust each other to improve the service. It's not a threat to anybody. We're working together to see how we can do a better job, both as a hospital and as a provider like Voyageur. Voyageur is just a name. LHSC is just a name. It's the people behind that. And it's the people that are making this such an amazing relationship. We look forward to that continuing for many years.
We're a good corporate company with good culture, and those things I think go hand in hand, and they have for us, you know, all these years. I think it's the basis for future growth, and you know, I think about this sometimes that, you know, you can become very corporate, and I don't mean that in a bad thing, but just that you suddenly, if you lose the culture, and that's been our magic formula so far, and so I think that it's pretty important for Voyager to realize that if we want to grow, if we want to have, you know, double the size of our company, is that we need to hold on to that, at least while we're here doing this, you know, because that's just such an important part of how we've got to where we are today.
Together We're Going Places doesn't, I think, accurately reflect the emotional part and the behavior while we're on the journey. It's more the point A to point B. It's how you get there, but it's more what you're doing while you're on the journey and the interaction that you're having, and I think that it's just a more accurate statement.
Pride, every day, every mile, everyone.
Voyageur, evolving today, embracing our future. Innovation has helped build our company into a leading brand in our community and an authority brand in passenger transport solutions. Whatever want or need our passengers require, we're here to support their journey.
It's about giving people access to the great things they can do when they arrive at their destination. And we play a part in making sure that's a safe and supportive journey.
And it's access for everyone, regardless of who they are and whether it's someone in the community or a client, or it doesn't matter who they are.
So how do you know these kids?
Oh, I know their mother, and I know their grandmother.
Okay.
I know the family, the father, the grandfather.
How do you feel when you see the boys?
Oh, that makes my day. That's the only thing I live for, them two little guys. If I didn't have them as my godchildren, I wouldn't go to dialysis. I'd say the hell with it.
Really?
Dialysis keeps me alive.
Are you excited?
Yeah. Hey, Elijah, honey, how are you? Good. My ugly kiss. I love you.
Thank you much.
Hi, Mike. Hi.
And if a Voyager didn't help, then Mike couldn't even come over.
Voyageur, more than a transaction. We help people live productive lives, learn for their future, and live another dream. We're not simply a way there, different, because we care about your journey.
You got to treat the students, whether they're 4 years old or 18 years old or 12 or 13, with respect, the same way you want to gain their respect. My name is David Earl Lucas, and I care.
And I think the right thing to do was the very first thing Perry said. Access for all, we don't have to do that, but Voyager believes it is the right thing to do.
Access for all. This is really what Norm and Darlene were talking about all those years ago. Helping people get to where they're going, to be what they can be. More than just a ride, it's a journey that must go right, enabling dreams and futures. It's our small part in making your world a better place.
I think that as we've grown, we've not really lost that culture. It exists today. I think, part of what we need to do is talk about it more. Talk about what that means, and who we are, where we've come from, and what's alive and well in our culture today, because it's really no different. We have always grown organically and through relationships, and I think that we're finding ourselves that as we're moving from a small organization into a larger one, and we continue to grow, getting more energy and alignment, not to lose sight of where we've come from and who we are, but how do we just kind of get some new energy into where we're heading.
Honoring our legacy, embracing our future. Voyager is on a path of invention, reinventing for the future state, preparing our company to continue our growth and success in a world of change.
For me, it wasn't really that difficult, surprisingly enough. And I think the reason is because of our extensive growth over that many years. I see it as fitting because we're at a new stage. Voyager is at a new stage.
I had to think about it for a little bit. Thinking, Voyager, it's the name that we've used for this is 1979, and I thought, it's going to be a difficult transition for me to look at that. And I think once we started talking about it, and then once we started realizing that, we are transitioning all the time. And something like this is, I guess it's a rebirth in a sense, because of a new game, but also it's kind of like we've grown up.
Voyager has always believed in access for all, serving community and supporting those in need. Our values are firm and true. Our passion will see us through the next 30 years. Pride, every day, every mile, everyone.
Then there was Voyager. Yeah, that's advanced. That's thinking forward. That's the new Voyager.
Voyager, because we care about your journey.